Today on the web, in Japan, a censure motion is passed against the government and the Prime Minister is criticised. An American judge orders 2 teenagers to publicly apologise on YouTube. And the day's pick of the best. In Japan, Parliament's opposition-controlled upper house has passed a censure motion, the first since 1947, against the Prime Minister. It has no legal force, but is embarrassing for Yasuo Fukuda, whose popularity is plummeting. For this web user, the motion, which reprimands the government in general, would have been more efficient if just one problem had been targeted. He says it's futile and will have no impact on the government. The government's politics are often denounced online. As we see in these videos, the price of petrol is highly criticised. Despite appeals from Parliament and the rising prices, the government had maintained the hydrocarbon tax in existence for 30 years. Many Japanese are characterising Fukuda on blogs. These made-up cinema posters denounce his decision to send aid to Afghanistan, despite the peace clause in the constitution. And finally, several clips on the web illustrate the Prime Minister's rapid plummet in the polls over the past few months. A judge has ordered 2 Florida teenagers to post a video on YouTube to apologise for the film they posted online of them throwing a drink at a fast food employee. In the famous apology video, the 2 teenagers explain that they didn't think before they acted, and they add they have been fined and have been sentenced to 100 hours each of community service. These types of pranks, called fire in the hole, have become very popular on the web recently, as these videos show. The authorities have now been forced to deal with this trend. Reactions to this judgment have been favourable. This blogger says that even though it's unusual, it should put a stop, at least for a while, to these pranks. Yet some wonder about the real impact of the video. This web user questions its benefit and states that the prank has been watched millions of times, whereas the apology has only been seen by a few thousand people. Here's the Zaltman Trimon, a 3D monitor for video games and some films. The price of this technological pearl is €650. The only requirement to feel like you're navigating through the universe in 3 dimensions is to just wear these special glasses. Brand tags is an online experiment in brand perception. Web users are asked to look at different logos of famous brands and then to tag them, which means to say the first word or phrase that comes into your head when you see it. The project should help companies to understand what consumers really think about their brands.